Okay, we're back. So we're back,
Sorry about
on
that.
a different channel.
Completely different channel under a different
Andrew
brand.
is battery
Right.
challenged
So
this week.
I think so we're at the hackathon in London, and we've just completed day one. So it's 11 o'clock here in London.
Great.
And it's been an amazing day. It's been a long day, right? We started around 10 o'clock.
You guys missed breakfast.
We did.
We
But
missed
rub that in.
breakfast,
For
but
the
then we've been
kickoff.
fed throughout the day. So there's
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. We were
230
here.
hackers here. So 230 hackers, 40 groups.
40 groups.
And that's a lot of groups, and they're going to pitch tomorrow. And each group gets how many minutes to pitch?
3.
Gets 3 minutes to pitch. So that's going to be, it's fast moving.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to like really be on the ball.
It was really, I mean, it was so amazing to be part of it, to actually be working with these teams and help them to, as how did you say it, to unfold their ideas, right? And just to see the little light bulbs go off
And the light bulb won.
and the light bulb.
The light bulb
That's
one.
right, our brain
Which
Brain
we would
break,
show
right.
that right now. So
Yeah.
we did a Play-Doh game, and so it was a play.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna grab some Play-Doh.
Okay.
So we had Play-Doh, and so with the Play-Doh, we.
Oh, is our audio good, Andy?
Yeah, are we good? Okay. So they took the Play-Doh and they were able to then create their favorite technology. So it could be past technology,
Current,
future
future.
technology, and the fun thing is what won?
The
The light bulb.
The light bulb. Yeah.
It was
So
all the pitch,
ideas.
though. His
Yeah,
pitch was,
His pitch was
excellent.
hysterical.
It was very
Pitch was
punny.
amazing.
It was very good.
Very punny.
And did you see that there was like actually lines in the light bulb base
Like
where
the
it
strobe
screws
light?
in?
Oh,
Yeah.
And that
I
was
missed
it was
that.
what,
Where's the
3-minute
light bulb?
exercise.
We
He took it. He took the light
Oh,
bulb.
he took it with him.
I mean, like,
Okay.
you know.
It's worth a lot of money now.
And
Now
he
it's
won
worth-
an
oh, it's
Apple
famous.
TV.
we want an Apple TV, and we did have 2 Apple TVs proposed.
We totally had two
We
different
had a couple
Apple.
abacuses too.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have no advocates.
I liked the abacus.
Yeah, I
Good
think,
Intuit references with some
Yeah, we had a
QuickBooks
quick
and
We
quick
did
disk.
a quick and diskette.
Yeah,
A quick
We had
disk,
another
yeah.
floppy disk as well.
yeah.
We had some really great. We had some
It's really good.
really great.
Well, and maybe that's an indication of what we're going to see tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Some really
I'm looking
interesting.
forward to tomorrow because the lead up from today has been excellent. These people are motivated. Look at
They
them.
are.
They're like,
Yeah.
They're
this
still
is
out
my first
coding.
hackathon.
So
I
it's
had
like
no idea what to
10:30
expect.
PM,
It is
and they're still
intense.
hacking.
It is.
But in a good way. I mean, look at the effort being put in after 12 hours. They got another, who knows how long they're going to be at it. And how do you do it?
Some of these guys will go all night.
Huh?
They'll go all night.
Including the guy behind you there, Brian. He's going to be up here all night. Have you slept yet, Brian?
Yeah.
So some.
So the Intuit developer team is like really
Yes.
putting
Yeah.
in
You
some
guys are
serious
hardcore.
time.
And the one thing I got to mention this because you guys, I know I've told you, Andy, already. The feedback that everyone has given me is what an amazing job that you guys
Yes.
do on putting on this event.
Well, hello. Hi. We're
So,
best buds
The,
now.
the feedback I've heard from these developers, and I think you heard the same feedback, that these guys put on the best
This is a
hackathon
riot.
I
in the
think-
city.
I think you know, some of the people watching may not know what happens at a hackathon.
I think we
Right?
should
Right? So
definitely.
I think we should take a second and kind of talk about what that is and what's going on.
So let's like start the 230 people said, hey, I want to get together, and some of them had hacking teams, and so they came in and they wanted to be able to say, I want to develop an app. And some of them said, I don't have a team yet. I want to partner with somebody who has a team. And some people are really great coders. Some people are really great at user interface. And so
And we have accounting professionals here too
we have a
Yeah,
few
that are hacking. So
Exactly.
a lot of these teams have, I don't know, well, some of the teams have accounting professionals on them that are also.
which is a great strategy. I
Yeah,
think.
no, it really
Smart.
is. Because we know the need, right? So we're out there, we're working with the small businesses, we know what they need, and so we can work with those developers to help solve those problems, right?
And they were hungry for, in my conversations with them, they were hungry for our input
Yeah.
on what
Absolutely,
works. Like
especially with-
they would come and approach us and be like, hey, what do you think of this idea? Is this that you faced?
Right.
And you know what? Even with QuickBooks, I kept opening sample files just so I could show them in detail. They would say, "What about this? What about this?" And I was able to demonstrate it, and you'd see them. This is great. Now
Yeah.
I get it. And then
Yep.
they go back and replicate what you suggested to them.
So they're really great developers, but not
Yes.
accountants.
Yeah.
Which is why we're here.
Right.
Exactly.
And
So
why
the
we need
challenge-
you guys to come here too.
You guys need it definitely.
Right, right.
So the challenge is that the developers come and they have the APIs. They have certain APIs available to them, and they can use these APIs to build out applications. So we had the QuickBooks API. We also had
Expo,
Nexmo, Clarify.
Empowered,
Clarify is a
Payments
and we had
powered by
Payments
Bolt.
by Bolt.
Payments by Bolt.
So they had a payments platform which would allow them to innovate the way that we accept payments from customers. And then Nexpo was communications. So
And Nexmo won last year. So they're the last year's winner of the hackathon.
yeah.
Who was?
impressive.
Nexmo?
What if someone did a Nexmo integration? Because Nexmo's, they're an app partner.
But I think
They're
that
an
they
API
won here. I think they
No, they've
they
been
did.
here for like 7 years.
Okay, so I misunderstood
as API
that.
partners.
Okay.
So it allows you to do like automated phone calls and text messaging.
And SMS
right.
messaging, yeah.
Right. And you can add AI to that to kind of add some logic.
Yeah.
And then clarify.
That's
Very cool.
That's a funky tool. I heard
is.
a lot of people talking about ways to take images and incorporate it into their app
Yep.
in such a way that I never even imagined.
Yep,
And
I
they're
agree with that.
they're trying to find a way to incorporate it with what we do. And I'm thinking,
SEO and yeah.
Well,
So
one of the number one things that has been used for is that twinning app. I think that's so hilarious where you put in a picture of yourself and it will find the celebrity that you look
That's
like.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what it does is it's an artificial intelligence visual recognition software that you train by adding in a whole bunch of images and saying these images are this, and it learns from your training, and then you put in a new image and say what is this, and it says based on your training, I think this is that, or I think this
So
is
it'd be
the.
and they're
like a
U.S.
table,
based,
right?
So they're
Out
not,
in New York, I mean,
yeah, they're U.S.
Yeah,
based.
that's really cool. And actually, at the hackathon in San Jose, I was a judge. You were a judge in Toronto, right?
was a judge in Toronto,
So
yeah.
we had some really innovative pitches in San Jose using Clarify. So one of the pitches that they had was they wanted to break down the language barrier. So what they were thinking of was markets in other countries that want to compete on sites like Amazon and other marketplaces. So they would be able to take picture of their product, and then it would go out and it would find the correct words in other languages to associate with their product, so that they could then market their product in different countries. Yeah, it was very cool.
And that's what I love about the devs is they think so innovatively, right? And think in ways that we don't. It was interesting talking with the accounting team that was here, and Paul, who was one of the partners who was leading that, had such a brilliant approach to it. He's like, everyone thinks we think differently. But we actually think a lot alike. It's just how we approach that communication gap that ultimately determines when we have successful accounting development teams. We come across as very different, but we're actually not when you actually get that communication gap solved.
So I have a question. What do you think about the opposite idea of happening? What if we had a bunch of accountants here that were saying these are the needs that we have, and then the developer team said, hey, we can do something with that, and
Yeah.
they build something.
Well, I mean, that's what we kind of did here, right? With it, like,
But if we pitched ideas up here to be able to say these are actual, like widely needed
Yeah.
solutions.
Right.
We had a great discussion last night about just bringing the accountants and the partners together more often.
yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah,
saying,
I
okay,
agree.
guys, here's what we're struggling with. What do you think? And having almost like a summit, a discussion, roundtable, whatever the format is, and be able to work collaboratively more regularly.
Well, I'm going to ask you guys the question, and for anyone listening too, why do we think we're not getting many accountants out to this now?
I want to come every time.
Yeah,
It's
right.
anywhere.
And
It's
this
a
was the
blast.
first time. You
Yeah.
wouldn't
I love
have
it.
probably come had I not twisted your arm a little bit.
Well, I
to
wasn't
the
really sure
hackathon
what
now?
to expect. And
Yeah.
this has been, I was just telling somebody on Facebook that this has been like two conferences in one for the price of one, because
Yeah.
we're here for
Right.
QuickBooks Connect like we normally are. Everyone's all excited about that. But this has been such a highlight already. It's been
It
such
really
a fun day.
has.
The dev team, I mean, we all love into it. But the dev team is an absolute riot. Their passion for the product and how they want to help. And I mean, how can you top the food, the massage, like that?
The massage was epic.
I am still just so relaxed from that massage. I feel so good, but it's just been a whole experience that's why we love Connect. We go there, we have a ride, it's memorable. This is another different experience, but similar, the way I feel about it.
But it's like you said, it's two different conferences. So I think that's the reason why a lot of our buds are coming, is because they see it as the developer thing that happens,
Right.
and then the accountant things that happens. Where I think that really what
Needs to
really
happen is,
should happen is the two of us all get together. Because we have ideas, and they're the ones who can develop them.
I have a different hypothesis that comes from my own insecurities. And I think that when I first came, I was very nervous about coming because I felt I hadn't coded in a very long time, and I guarantee you there's accountants who have done absolutely no coding like yourself, and I felt like I wouldn't be able to add value. And I don't know if that came from my own insecurities and I'm projecting that out to the community, but I think that a lot of accountants don't come because they feel like they're not coders and they couldn't add value, not recognizing that they could actually come and join a team of coders, and the coders would be so grateful to have that subject matter expert there to work
Right.
with them.
And there's been tons,
a great idea.
not tons, there's been a lot of accounting professionals that have broken in recently into the developer space. So we have Judy McCarthy, we have
Right.
Matthew Fulton,
Yep,
right?
Judy's-
That are accountants by trade.
Laura
that are
Redmond.
Laura Redmond,
Yeah.
of course, that are actually breaking into the developer space because they have the courage to come to events like this and start to work with developers.
Yep.
And they create a viable product that's been,
Well, I'm already thinking for future connects. I want to do
Yeah.
the hackathon as well.
Yep.
Because to me, it's part and parcel. They're the same, but it kind of shows where our industry's going.
Once you go hack, you never go back.
Good one.
Love it.
Bump up. So yeah, it's been a great day. I didn't know. I came out. I mean, we were out late last night. I've had no sleep since I've been here, and I didn't know what to expect this morning. And I thought, oh, come for a couple of hours and maybe call it a day. Well, we're gonna see daylight.
We
No,
have
because the energy in here is
we
amazing.
walked in at
Yeah.
we walked in at 10 and we haven't left.
Yeah, it's sort of like I want to stay here and see what's going to happen. And once again, it's FOMO, right, Andrew? Here we are. We should be
Yeah,
resting
you
up.
guys are missing out. You
Yeah.
are missing out.
If you have the chance to go to a hackathon in
Definitely.
San Jose, Toronto, or London or Australia.
Australia,
If you're in Australia, that's the next one, right?
Sydney.
There'll be one in
Springtime?
in Melbourne.
No, it's going to be in Sydney.
Oh, the hackathon's in Sydney.
The hackathon is in Sydney.
Okay, that makes it a bit tricky.
In Melbourne.
I didn't realize
So,
Yes.
that. Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
I like the idea of Sydney
Right.
and Melbourne.
So jump in a plane and go.
Okay,
Right,
well,
right.
so
So-
I like the idea of the accountant developer team. That
Yes.
It's not too late
Yeah.
to join a team.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Join a team with the developers. Bring your ideas.
They need a voice, and this one's gone.
Because how many accountants have had, how many accounts, I have definitely had app ideas in my head for a really long time that I'm not a coder, I'm not a developer. Do I want to walk into something that I really don't know? This is an opportunity to go and test whatever it was that you were thinking about, right?
Yep.
Get on
In a
a
really
team.
safe place, a really
A safe place.
nurturing environment to go and say, can this hold water?
Yep.
Right?
Like you said
Or
earlier,
even
Andrew.
just get your feet wet to
Yeah,
start
yeah.
learning where maybe you don't
Exactly.
even have the idea yet, but you just know that you want to do something.
Because
Right.
the energy
You want to
here
learn
is
more.
You want to learn
You
more.
want to learn more.
Well, the great thing
Yeah.
is, as you mentioned earlier, you can come here without a team.
Knowledge is power.
Ba, ba, ba.
So you can come here without a team and join a team and actually drive that team. So if you have that idea and you've got all these visionary coders around you, you might be able to bring it to light.
Right?
And maybe walk away with 5,000
Sure.
pounds. in your-
Pounds, dollars.
I know.
Depends on where you're at. You
I-
might even get some
I
Play-Doh.
think twice today I
5,000
forgot
pounds
what
of
country I
Play-Doh.
was in.
5,000 pounds
I
of Play-Doh.
referenced
Who
it.
doesn't want that?
Oh, there was a typo. Sorry, everyone. It's not 5,000 pounds. It's 5,000 pounds of Play-Doh.
$5 million.
Oh,
I was hoping someone would do that.
Right. Don't want to
So,
let you down.
So it was funny because the winner of last year's London hackathon was Flawless.
Right.
And they actually competed in the $100,000 showdown, 9 months later, in San Jose in 2018.
well, and this is the one thing that's been a learning experience for me in talking to the Intuit team. It's how much energy they put into the supporting the dev teams. So obviously there's the 100K app showdown that we're familiar with, where they try to take these people from these app. Well, actually, I guess it's anyone who's putting in an app on the App Store in the first year can go to the app showdown, which many times can be people who came to a hack and then took that hack idea to
Right, live.
Yeah.
but that they have this whole support mechanism here to help these developers who maybe are fresh out of school or freshly unemployed and trying to figure out what to do and where to go. And they support these people. They provide them training, knowledge. And right now in our economy, some of the best ways to secure your future is to create it for yourselves, right? Build
yeah.
That's what we
that
all
out.
do.
Amen.
And you've got a support system here where they're going to come in and they're going to teach you the tools, they're going to teach you the APIs, they're going to support you, they're going to mentor you. And above that, if you put an app on the App Store, they're going to connect you to 3.9 million small business owners who could be potentially buying your product. Do you know what anyone else who's going to market your business for free to 3.9 million people? I don't.
And how do you beat the admission price to this?
Yes.
Right. Right.
It
Free.
just costs your voice.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just cost
You have
your
to
voice, like
sacrifice your
Ariel.
body, but that's okay.
You know.
Yeah, so it's like 24 hours of
It is.
all night right now. Well, we have
Is
actually.
it 24 or 36?
No, it's 36.
It's, yeah,
So there's
36.
13 hours. So we have a countdown that's
Yeah.
happening over here, a clock, and so it's 13 hours, 49 minutes, and 26 seconds until they have to give their
Yeah,
pitches
it's long.
tomorrow. And then once they give their pitches, then they have to go back.
Yes.
Yep. So
And then it's on to taking it from an idea to an app,
Right.
Yeah.
To
putting it on the
take
App
it to
Store.
market. Yeah.
yep. So hopefully we hear all of their names. You know, so they come tomorrow and they share their names. Do they do that tomorrow, or do they do that the last
Well,
day?
they'll do their presentation tomorrow. And they get 3 minutes apiece, as we talked about. And we have 3 judges, 2 of which are accountants. One's a small business owner,
From the UK.
all from the UK. I think I'm going to try and stream it. Obviously, I've had battery issues, so going for
Charge
40
it, buddy.
presentations for 3 minutes each is going to be impossible. So I'll see how we can loop you guys in. But we'll try to keep you involved. At the very least, we'll do a recap again tomorrow.
We'll definitely do a
Right,
recap.
yeah.
You know?
And yeah,
Or highlights, maybe.
We'll do a couple lives tomorrow too, I'm sure. So
Yeah.
yeah. So just look for us.
Look for us.
Whoever has battery power will be.
I'll just follow you around with my
Right.
charging
And
pack,
we'll be
Andrew.
each other, right?
Yes.
We got each
And
other's
if you
back.
follow
Yeah,
any one of the
definitely.
4 of us or all 4 of us,
We're a
you will
team.
get the content.
You get
We
looped
are a
in.
team, yes.
Yeah.
So
be
yeah, no,
more-
this has just been
more
the
tomorrow.
most amazing experience.
Absolutely.
I just have,
I can't
yeah.
believe how much fun today has been from
Yeah.
so many different angles.
So
So
energizing.
yeah,
to
we're
be
feeding
part
off of their
yeah.
energy,
We are,
and that's the way
yeah.
that I feel. It's like I went, what? It's 6
And
o'clock.
you know, and we're
Where did
learning
the time
from them,
go?
What? It's
And they're
11
learning from
o'clock?
us,
Right.
which is
It's 11:30.
it's better than
I
that,
don't really
right?
wear a watch. So I'm the only one here who's wearing a watch.
11:24.
11:24. So it doesn't
Is it
feel
That's
like
11?
UK time. Yeah, we've been here for,
feel like it.
Andrew, we've been here for 14 hours.
14 hours.
13 hours.
So,
Yeah, it smells about right.
oh my gosh.
Oh, this is going downhill
Shower
fast.
time for Andrew.
Yeah, I think it's
Sure.
we have to be. We'll be judging tomorrow is at one.
So it's 13 hours, 47 minutes.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, what is that?
13 hours and 47 minutes.
Where's
Where's
something.
that calculator made out of
That's
Play-Doh?
when the coding stops.
Yes, I think they have to stop and put down the
Yeah,
coding.
get the abacus.
Get the abacus.
Yeah.
So here's our abacus.
So
So it's
one,
it's 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
There's an Apple Watch over there.
There's only an Apple Watch, but that is
But the battery's dead. Oh, he's dead.
We're getting a little bit
So
love
no
happy
curtain
now.
show. Yeah.
Maybe it's time to say goodbye to
I think
everyone.
so.
Bye, everybody.
Adios,
Thanks,
amigos.
See
Who's
ya.
gonna turn that off?
yeah. Somebody's like, oh, there she goes.
That's good.